Now that is one big box, but it's 18-inch, but it's very slim. So opening it up, be more alien. You can see that on the top cam there. This is quite a big box to fit on my desk. So on the side, we have a power brick. It's a nice curved design that we've been getting recently. A little alien packet here. So it looks like a quick guide and support. Welcome to Alienware with all their details. Some alien head stickers, need those. And some regulations, which we're not even going to bother with. So that's it in the box, nothing else. Especially when you're spending this much money for a laptop. So, wow, there she is. That is absolutely beautiful. So this is the liquid teal color in this anodized sort of shell. It looks stunning. If we spin it over, you'll see that we have the sort of see-through glass, sorry, my fingerprints already, see-through glass cover showing the actual heatsink and the fans, and those fans do light up as well. Now with regards to the venting for this one, because obviously this is glass here, we've got some venting drawing air in underneath the fans. And here we've got downward firing speakers, but there's actually 4 speakers, so 2 upward and 2 downward firing. A nice rubber strip right along the front, and we've got some more rubber strips around the sort of the window area. On the left side, we have some exhaust venting and a full-size memory card slot and a headset jack. Now I'm really pleased to see that, because on the X16 range, all the ports were at the back, including these 2 ports, which was insane. Trying to plug in your headset around the back of the laptop was just stupid, and it was a real pain in the backside. So, back on the side, now that we see that we've just got some more venting, and that is it. Nothing on the front, everything else on the back of the laptop. Now we've got the power jack over on the left, HDMI 2.1, 2 Thunderbolt 5 ports. We've also got 3 USB-A ports and a 5 gigabits. So that's really handy if you've got some fast network in your actual office or your home. You can see we've got the 2 rear firing vents, and they've got a lovely sort of curvature around them. It does look really classy this year. I'm really liking the styling. Now straight away you can see that this is a fingerprint magnet, so you're going to need your cloth handy if you want to keep this one clean. Are dense gaming machines, and they are going to be sort of like powering some pretty high-end components, so I do kind of expect that. The same 5080 and 275HX, so we do get ripped off over here. Right, let's open it up and take a look inside. Now, because I have got the 18, we get a full-size keyboard with number pad. I'm in the UK, which is why I got this strange enter key. You can also buy it with mechanical keyboard, like you always used to be able to, or the standard dome switch. Touchpad, it's a good size, it's glass, and it's lit. I love that. We'll look at changing the colors in a minute. By default, it comes with the nice blue, which matches the sort of feel of the laptop itself, so you might want to keep it with that, but there's plenty of effects that we can play with in a bit. You notice we have speaker grills either side for the upward firing speakers. Let's quickly check what they sound like. Speaker test of the Alienware 18 Area-51, starting at 50% volume. Now 80%. And 100%. Sweet baby Jesus, they're pretty loud. But despite being very loud, they're not the best sounding speakers when you do get to that 100% volume. But overall, for a gaming laptop, they're pretty impressive. And then above here, this is intake vents to help bring that fresh air into the system, which is why you don't want to play with the lid closed. So whilst we're talking about the lighting, as I say, you can change all the RGB keyboard lighting. Let's take a look at the rear. And as you can see here, now before you got the mini LED strip that was along the back, and as beautiful as that looked, it was incredibly bright, which actually made it difficult when you're plugging in your accessories or peripherals. And there's ports when you haven't got a light glaring at you. Firstly, the great news with these Alienware is they are using the new 6400 meg transfers RAM, which you can see here in BIOS. I've got 32 gigabytes. It is upgradable as well, so we will. Now, as I mentioned, the CPU is a 275HX. It's the new Intel chip from this year. There is no hyper-threading on these chips, but they are supposed to be more efficient. Now, I'm not going to do too much in this unboxing, but we will be focusing a lot more on performance in the actual main review. But just very quickly, I ran a Geekbench 6 CPU test, and as you can see, the single core score is 2,799, which is pretty impressive with this new gen of chips, and the multi-core is 18,526. The 5080 in here, we've got a 22,398 score, which is about what we'd expect and very similar to the Legion, which also had a 5080 and a full power 5080 with 175 watts. So you can see that I've enabled G-Sync on this actual panel. It's always nice to see. And lastly, you can see that I have now changed the lighting to my favorite effect, the rainbow wave. So you can see it right across the keyboard here. And also if I just quickly show you, hopefully you can see that matching the lightings behind. We've got the rainbow wave on the translucent rear fan grille. I think that looks fantastic. Now back into Command Center, I've added in my Pro mouse. You can see I literally plugged it in and it's come straight in, which is great news. No worries or hassle adding your Alienware peripherals. And we can see straight away that I'm in the balance mode. I'm going to run this gameplay in the performance mode. So it's not the loudest profile, but it should give us pretty good performance. There is also an overdrive which does max fans, and that's coming in at about 57 decibels, so pretty loud. And there's a custom mode which we will be testing for the full review. But just having a quick look here, temperatures on idle all looking very, very decent, about 50 odd on the CPU and 38 on the GPU. So just quickly, whilst I'm loading up the finals for the first time, obviously it always does the shaders, which hammers the CPU. And the great thing is we're doing about 5 gigahertz on this CPU, and we're doing under 80 degrees, well, we're down to 60 now. So temperatures straight away on the CPU are much better than previous Alienwares that we reviewed for about the last 4 or 5 years. So here we go again, so we're up to 82. And it is 37 decibels, just using that CPU, hammering that to do these shaders. So you can see using 77% of the actual CPU, we're up to about 83 degrees, 5 gigahertz. So it does seem not only a more efficient chip, but Alienware have really improved the cooling on the CPU at least so far this year. So we're going to try the GPU next. Temperatures are absolutely incredible. So let's just give you a quick fan noise. This is on the performance profile, so not the loudest. The CPU is sitting at about 70 degrees. The GPU is sitting about 67. And it's hitting up to about 175 watts in the more intense parts of the combat. So overall, lastly, before we do a sign off, I'm going to quickly just check the temperatures of the palm rest. So as you can see, moving the actual infrared across, temperatures are really nice and cool. So no scorched palms or scorched fingers whilst you're gaming. Now there is some heat coming out the side, so hopefully if I just put that down here, it's nothing concerning. You know, if you put your hand right beside, you're going to get a warm amount of air on your hand, but it's not going to burn you. Certainly comfortable gaming whilst playing on this 18.